It started when the phone rang. Pinkie Pie poked her head into her room and bounced along to her ringtone for a few seconds before pranking over to her nightstand and flipping the headset onto her head. Hello! Is this Pinkie Pie?
Hello, Miss Pie. This is Legit Collector from the
Ooh! A new pony! How are you doing today, Legit?
Yes, I am fine, thank you. Now, I'm calling to...
Are you having a fine day? Or a really super amazing awesome day?
Look, my day isn't important. What is...
Pinkie gasped.
But your day is important! Who wants to have a bad day? No, Pony! That's who!
Miss Pie, I need you to listen to me carefully. I'm calling to say that you are under investigation from the Equestrian Revenue Services for tax evasion.
Pinkie frowned and tilted her head.
Really? Huh, that's super weird. I always found my taxes on the first day of the second month.
Pinkie hopped over to the button for her party planning cave, pressed it, and slid down the slide with the whee! When she reached the bottom, she went over to a gray filing cabinet at the back. She pulled open the bottom drawer and sat down.
When did I miss something?
Our records indicate that you misfiled between the years 2015 and 2018.
Pinkie flipped through a few of the folders before finding the ones she was after.
Let's see. 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. Okie dokie. Let's take a look.
She placed the folders on the ground around her and opened them up.
So what's the matter? Everything looks okay.
Miss Pie, it is likely that there was simply some accounting error. On our end, it shows that you owe the equestrian government 2,930 bits and 4 cents.
Pinkie frowned and tilted her head.
Huh. That's not what my files say. Maybe I added something wrong.
That is likely, Miss Pie. Now, would you like to fight this matter in court, or would you like to settle it now?
Well, I guess I can settle it now.
Scooping up her files and placing them back in the filing cabinet.
What do you want me to do?
Firstly, do you have a local store around? A Barnyard Bargains, maybe?
Oh, yeah, for sure!
Pinkie said, bouncing back up the slide before closing the door to her cave behind her.
I go there all the time for party planning stuff.
Very good. If you can go there, I will give you further instructions.
Alrighty. It'll take me a few minutes, though. Should I call you back?
No. If you want, I can stay on the line and give you instructions.
Pinkie shrugged as she pointed out of Sugar Cube Corner.
Yeah, sure. I'm heading there now. In the meantime, we were talking about what kind of day you were having. You never said if it was just fine or super awesome.
I don't know. Super awesome?
Yay!
Pinkie said a little too loudly.
What is making your day super awesome? Did you have a friend come over? Or a party? Or your breakfast was super yummy? Or...
my breakfast was very good.
That's so awesome!
Pinkie said. She could see Barnyard Bargains just down the street now.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. What did you have?
Pancakes.
Oh, I love pancakes. Did they have chocolate chips and whipped cream and strawberries? Those are my favorite.
Yes, they were great. Now, have you reached Barnyard Bargains yet?
Sure have. I just walked in the door.
Very good. I need you to now go to the card section.
Okay.
Pinkie snorted and shook her head.
A little weird, but you're the IRS pony, not me.
Just let me know when you have reached the cards.
Okay, geez, calm down. I'm here.
Pinkie frowned. a bad day already?
No, but it is good that you are at the cards. Now, what do you see?
Pinkie shrugged and turned her attention to the cards. Well, I see normal cards. Uno, Hungry Hippos, the card game, a few expansion decks of the German Nightmare game, cards against Equestria.
No, not those cards, the other ones.
Oh. Pinkie snorted and walked down the aisle. Well, you should have said so, silly. Okay, now I see happy birthday, happy anniversary with anniversary misspelled, happy anniversary with happy misspelled, happy anniversary spelled right.
No, not those cards either. Payment cards.
Oh! Pinkie giggled. I see now. I'm gonna have to ask where those cards are since I don't know.
Are you bullshitting me?
Pinkie stopped in her tracks and frowned. Me? Do that to a scammer? She let out a fake gasp. I would never.
You're bullshitting me. Fuck you.
She growled. Hey, that's not very nice, Pinkie said. But I guess it was a little rude of me to lead you on like that. Do you want me to send you an I'm sorry cupcake?
You don't know where I am,
she retorted. Pinkie giggled and waved her hoof. Of course I do, silly. I know every pony. And I mean every pony in Ponyville. So, if you live here, I know just where to send the cupcake.
I don't live in Ponyville. Send the cupcake. Send it to your mother's dick.
Nope. I'm going to send it to you. Don't worry, though. It's gonna be really good.
I don't.
Well, I have some parties to plan, and my lunch break is almost over. I'll send you the cupcake when I'm off for the night. Talk to you later! It started when the phone rang. Twilight didn't answer at first. She was engrossed in her new computer. So far, most ponies around Ponyville didn't have one. Not even her friends. But once she had installed it in her home, she couldn't step away from it. It made organizing everything so much easier. With a little more work, she'd have a full catalog of all her books, and when some pony came to check one out, all they'd need to do was type the title into the computer, and it would tell the pony right where the book had been filed. The phone rang again. Twilight broke out of her concentration and looked over to the phone. Right. It was ringing. She picked up the headset and put it on. Hello, this is Twilight Sparkle. To whom am I speaking?
Hello, this is Legit Collector with Computer Company Tech Support. I am calling you to inform you that your computer license key has expired. If you do not renew it, your computer will cease to function. It will expire in 6 hours unless action is taken to renew it. Would you like to renew it today, Miss Sparkle?
Twilight rolled her eyes and leaned her head against her hoof. Sure.
Very good. Now, may I have your computer's IP address, please? It will allow me to share your screen so that I may repair your computer.
Repair it? Twilight said, raising an eyebrow. I thought we were reactivating the license key.
Yes, that is what I mean. Now, may I have the IP address?
Twilight rattled off the computer's number and pulled up a program she had created. She hit a few keys, and after a few moments, the name Imbecile showed up under a section labeled Other Computers. She clicked it, and a second screen popped up. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes, I am. Okay. Firstly, I must inform you that reactivating the key has a small cost of 350 bits Is that okay?
Twilight shrugged. Yeah, I guess it has to be. Twilight highlighted a folder labeled Photos and Videos, and with one right click, several options popped up. She selected Delete, and the folder vanished.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing, Twilight said as she started deleting her documents. Why do you ask?
Stop that right now!
Nope. Twilight heard a few keys being hit on the other side of the line, and her mouse icon moved to block her. She chuckled quietly to herself and hit a few keys herself, causing her mouse icon to vanish. With that settled, she hit a few more keys, disconnecting her from her computer. She couldn't see her screen, but she was still connected to hers.
This is not legal, Miss Sparkle! This is my personal property that you're deleting!
Twilight tilted her head. Actually, since computers are fairly new technology, there isn't actually a law on the books about doing this. Believe me, after 17 calls from you guys, I checked to see if I could do this. Turns out, I totally can. After a few more clicks, she found the folder Program Files. Out that went. Let's see. Twilight hummed to herself and went on to the internet. She had set her default homepage to her email. She opened up a new email and selected all of her contacts. Hello, I am a scammer. I wish to apologize for violating your trust, but I cannot live with my actions anymore. I'll probably apologize to each of you in person next time I see you, but I want to get a real job, one that helps ponies instead of trying to take their money.
No, Miss Sparkle, please, don't send that.
Too late. I already did. Twilight said before closing out of the internet and deleting all of her web browsers. Seriously, I've had to deal with you calling me up a lot, and I'm sick of it. If you can't use a computer responsibly. Twilight opened up a file on her computer and grinned. Then you shouldn't have one at all. With that, she uploaded the file to the scammer's computer.
What did that do?
It's a little virus I cooked up for this kind of situation. Over the course of the next 10 minutes or so, it'll delete everything on your computer. You'll basically own a really expensive paperweight. Plus, it'll sync to all of your login information if you get a new computer and try to use any of your current logins. Seriously? Don't be a scammer anymore. Twilight let out a happy little sigh and leaned back in her chair. You never know who you might call. It started when the phone rang. Princess Celestia looked up from her paperwork and set her quilt down with a quiet sigh. Ever since getting the infernal thing installed, somebody called her about something at least 30 times a day. She briefly considered ignoring it, but with her luck, it would actually be something important. She shook her head and put the headset on. Hello?
Yes, hello. This is Legit Collector from the Equestrian Revenue Services. I am calling to inform you that you are under investigation for tax evasion.
I see.
Yes. Before we begin, may I have your name, please?
I am Princess Celestia, ruler of Equestria, leader of the 3 tribes, slayer of Goldclaw the Dragon Lord, warden of the Sun, liberator of Manhattan, sacker of Griffinstone, liberator of slaves, destroyer of armies, defeater of Nightmare Moon, the Maiden of Dawn, slayer of scammers, and, at the moment, I'm a rather impatient pony.
It started when the phone rang, and nothing happened. Then it rang again. Still nothing. Odd. And the third time, a massive blanket shifted on a large bed, revealing a dark blue snoot that belonged to one of Equestria's princesses. And Celestia isn't blue. Neither is Twilight or Cadence. That narrows it down to a touch. The blankets peeled back ever so slightly, revealing a single eye. His gaze flicked over to the ringing phone, then over to the nearby clock and narrowed. With a grumble, Princess Luna threw back the sheets she had been snuggling peacefully under and ignited her horn, lifting the headset off the receiver. This had better be good, she grumbled to herself. She took a deep breath and sat up. Hello?
Hello, this is Legit Collector from the Equestrian Revenue Services. I am calling to inform you that you are under investigation for tax evasion.
I was out of Equestria for quite some time, and as such, I was not earning an income that would necessitate an income tax, Luna grumbled.
I believe the errors in question are in regard to the period before you left Equestria.
I highly doubt that.
We have records saying otherwise. Now, may I have your name, please?
Luna glared at the phone as if it was the offending pony. Instead of obliterating it, she lit up her horn and began casting spells all over the room. Why do you need my name? Do you not already know it if you are calling? She cast a spell on the phone.
I am just confirming your identity. I do know the name of the pony I am trying to reach, but I must make sure you are that pony.
Oh, I see, Luna said, sending magic through the phone to the scammer. Well, what if I do not wish to provide that information?
Ma'am, you are required under equestrian law to identify yourself if an agent of the government requires you to do so. May I have your name, please?
Luna paused for a brief moment and checked the spell she had cast. Once she had confirmed their success, she nodded and took a deep breath.
Ma'am, if you could...
I am the princess of the night, and I shall not suffer your pathetic attempts at scamming. If you continue down this path, I shall enter your dreams, and you shall despair.
For a few moments, everything was silent. The Royal Cancel-Out voice had caused several pictures to fall down, and the windows to rattle from the force. However, thanks to the wards, no one outside of the room had heard the outburst. Luna sat as still as a statue, waiting for any kind of response. The scammer weakly moaned. Be thankful that I put a spell on your ears to prevent permanent damage. Now leave me and my subjects in peace. With that, Luna slammed the headset back down on the receiver. Support me on Patreon and Ko-fi. Links in the description. Thanks for listening and be sure to subscribe. Good night, everypony.